Nicole is with us in Waldorf, Maryland. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Great. I'm so glad you received my call. Well, I'm calling because I'm a single parent. I am divorced now for several years. I was just calling because I have a lot of debt, and I really don't know where to start with this debt because a lot of the debt is priority. I did list it. If you want those numbers,
Sure.
I can give them to you. Well, my total debt is $191,000, including my house.
How much of that's your house?
$119,000.
Okay. All right.
$7,000 of it is credit card. $11,000 is taxes. I owe taxes for the last tax year.
Why?
Because I needed my money during the year since I'm a single parent. I have a senior in college, and I have a Parent Plus loan, and then I have.
So you didn't pay your taxes?
I paid some of my taxes. I didn't pay enough. Enough didn't go in.
Yeah. Are you self-employed?
No.
Okay. All right.
I'm not
What other debts have you got?
$22,000 is for a TSP loan. $32,000 is a Parent Plus loan. And then the $119,000 for my mortgage. But I did refinance my mortgage to a 15-year, and I make my payments.
How much is your car payment?
I don't have a car payment.
Good.
But my car right now is on its last leg. I bought it brand new in 2009.
Okay. What do you make a year?
For like 9 years. I make $98,000.
Wow. Wonderful. What do you do for a living?
I work for the federal government. I'm a printer.
Okay. Great. And you have one child and he's in college?
I have one daughter that's in college. She's a senior. Then I have another daughter. She's a junior in high school, but she goes to a Christian school, and I have to pay tuition for her every month.
Okay. All right.
So that's another debt, but that's very important to me, the Christian education.
Okay. And she's a junior in high school?
Yes.
Okay. And how much of your older daughter are you paying for the college?
Well, I have a $32,000 Parent Plus.
Yeah, I know. I got that. But I mean, are you paying more? Is the kid in college? Is what year in college?
She's a senior.
Okay. So are you done with that?
I'll be done this year.
With more loans, or is this it?
No, this is it.
Okay. All right. Well, the first step to getting out of debt is quit borrowing more.
All right.
You can't borrow more. You can't get out of a hole while digging out the bottom.
I understand.
Okay.
I've been listening to you about 2 weeks now, and I was able to get together the money for my baby step one, the $1,000.
Gotcha, good.
And I'm just trying to figure out what to do with the rest.
The second step is to get yourself on a budget. Jump on everydollar.com and get your budget going. You make good money. Your house payment is not that high. You don't have a car payment. So you're in pretty good shape there, and then you start looking at that budget and saying, okay, I'm not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless I'm working there as an extra job. We're not going on vacation. I don't have any money. You see, the thing about hitting goals, it's not what you're willing to do to hit your goals that causes you to hit them. It's what you're willing to give up to hit your goals. And right now, what happens is that you see something you want to do, and you just go do it. And then you look up and go, well, darn, there's another $11,000 in debt on taxes. Oh, there's a $32,000 debt in college. And, now what are we going to do when this kid in high school gets ready to go off college? We're going to go another $40,000 in debt? No.
Yes, I haven't been able to save for my youngest daughter's college. So what do I do now? Because she's a junior.
Well, she's going to have to go to a college that's cheap, number one. Number two, she's going to be working while she's in college. Number three, you may have an extra job during this time while you're paying off a bunch of these other debts. You sure as crap can't not pay your taxes anymore. That was suicidal.
I agree, and I did change my dependents to 0, so they're taking the max out of my paycheck.
Well, I want to have the proper amount taken out and then get the $11,000 paid as fast as you can. And then I want you to cut up your credit cards, and we've got to have a plan for this kid to go to college. I love that she's in a Christian education, and I love that that means something to you. And I think you can probably work that out. I don't know how expensive it is, but if you have to choose between her going to that school her senior year or her going to college, which would you choose? You might have to choose.
I would choose her going to college.
Yeah, you might have to choose. It'd be very painful for her to move her senior year of high school emotionally.
Absolutely.
That would be a horrible thing. I hope that doesn't have to happen. How expensive is this Christian school?
It's $10,400 a year, so that's like $868 a month.
Yeah, that's not killing you. It's about 10% of your income. So that's not gonna, if you told me $30,000, we'd have to talk about this. But 10,000 is. I think you can probably make this. So number one, when you start doing a budget, you're gonna feel like you got a raise. Every month you make every dollar behave. You are now happening to your money instead of your money happening to you. You can do this, Nicole.
Okay.
I've been talking to you for 5 minutes. You're not a dumb person. You're a smart person. You can do this. But you've kind of wandered along, and this stuff has all happened to you. And now you're going to happen to it. And it's going to be like a growl. It's going to be like a growl. You got a sweet little voice, and I want to hear a growl in your voice, like, I'm getting out of debt. Okay?
I want to believe me.
Yeah.
When I got my divorce, it was like I was just hit with a lot of debt all at once. And
how long ago was that, though?
It was some years ago.
Yeah, see, that's not the problem today. The stuff you're facing today, you did it. It wasn't the divorce.
Okay.
It wasn't the divorce.
Ownership.
Yeah, you took out the $32,000 Parent Plus loan. You didn't pay the taxes, and you ran those credit cards up.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and that's okay. I've done dumber, kiddo. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. You're not dumb as some I talk to. You're pretty smart. I think you can do this, but you're going to have to really cut your lifestyle to nothing, and it has to be a thing you focus on and it, to the exclusion of almost anything else. Really, I got 2 goals. I got 3 goals in this call that I want to try to do all 3 of them. And if that means I work 2 extra jobs, I'm going to do it if I'm in your shoes. Number 1 goal is I want to start working on getting out of debt. Number 2 goal is I want to keep this kid in that school if I can. And number 3 goal is we want her to go to college and pay cash for it. But she's going to a cheap school, not an expensive one, unless somebody else is paying for it. Because her mother is a broke single mom that's $190,000 in debt.
Absolutely.
And she doesn't need to run up a bunch of student loans herself either.
No.
So,
can I ask you one more question, Dave?
Yes, ma'am.
All of my money, I'm in the TSP, but all of it is going, and I have it in the G fund. Am I doing the wrong thing by having all of it going to the G fund?
Yeah, I would have it all in the C.
All in the C, okay.
Or 80% in the C, 10% in the I, 10% in the S. But I wouldn't have anything going in there right now until you clean this mess up. I would stop all investing temporarily because you got a TSP loan. You got a $22,000 loan.
I'm investing 5%. I'm investing 5% only because the other 10% is going towards the loan.
Yeah, stop. Don't put anything. Don't put anything in there. Just pay the loans. All you're going to do. Stop. And I'm going to show you how to do all this. I'm going to put you through our class, our program called Financial Peace University. It's a 1-year membership. I'm going to pay for it and sign you up for free. The only thing I ask is you go to all 9 lessons at a local church, and then you stay in the thing, you stay online, you stay in the every dollar budget, and when you get out of debt, you call me and tell me you're doing it. And if you need some help, you call me, and I'll help you. You can do this, Nicole. You can do this. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.